Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about right now is what people are seeing and experiencing in everyday life when it comes to being of a prepared mind. And I get sent pictures, videos, and emails. And if you would like to send me something for a video, my email's in the description box below. So first, I want to give you guys an update on the washing machine. So I had the guy come out to look at the washing machine because, like I told you, it's a wiring issue and I don't deal with wires. So he comes out and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's the door latch wire that connects to the door latch because don't forget I have a front loader." And he's like, "I don't have the part. I have to order it." I said, "All right, cool." So he's like, "I'll call you when I go to order the part." And I said, "Okay." So he calls me about an hour later and he's like, "All right, so I'm going to order the part and it's $200 from Samsung." And I said, "Well, hang on a minute." I said, "Give me the part number." And he's like, "Well, why?" And I said, "Just give me the part number. I have everything written down here." And he's like, "Well, why?" And I said, "Because I can get it cheaper." He goes, "Well, we get it through Samsung and it has a warranty on it." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, the place that I get my parts from have a warranty as well." And he's like, "Well, it's a Samsung part." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I can get Samsung parts through this website." I said, "It's genuineparts.com. They're awesome, by the way." And I said, "And their parts are much cheaper." And so he's like, "All right, it's DC9300819E." I said, "All right, cool. Hang on." So I'm on the phone with him and I'm on my laptop. Boop, 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 boop. I type it in. I said, "How much did you say it was?" He's like, $200. And I said, "Okay, I got it right here, 123 bucks, ordered. It'll be here by Tuesday." I said, "So make sure you're here by Tuesday to put it in." And he's just like, "But the warranty." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Genuineparts.com have a warranty too." I said, "Because these are actually authentic Samsung parts." And he's like, "Oh, well," I said, "Just be here by Tuesday. See ya." I was just like, don't ever try to, you know, not override me, but you know what I mean? Like, because like when he first got here, he's like, "So you told the girl who answered the phone that you're the one that replaced the counterweight?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "And I figured out why the counterweight broke in the first place." I said, "Because they didn't put, here, I have it right here, red Loctite." I said, "They didn't put Loctite on the screws." I said, "So obviously, after a year of using it with 8 people in your household, those screws are going to come undone." I said, "And when you have parts that are made out of concrete and wrapped in rubber, it's going to come undone." I said, "So," because I ordered a few of these, I said, "So when I put the new counterweights in," I said, "I made sure I put red Loctite on the screws." I said, "See, my hand, it's healing up nicely." I said, "So," I said, "You see all these little scratches," I said, "from the sheet metal?" I said, "That's because I was the one that installed the new counterweights and the new boot seal." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm so tired." Because I even told my husband, he goes, "Well, I guess he wasn't expecting to meet you." I said, "Well, I mean, come on, don't ever try and underestimate someone." I hate that. Absolutely flipping hate it. So anyway, Tuesday, it'll be fixed. So this first email comes in from a community member, and she said, "I'm rethinking bread purchases." She said, "I knew," and then she's talking about the video that I did about human hair being in bread. She said, "I knew that this was used for the cysteine and multivitamins, but I did not know about the bread thing." Wow, yeah. I didn't know about it either. And how disgusting is it? Especially when you find out that they're gathering the hair from barbershops in China. I mean, just how gross is that? No kidding. So here's an email from a community member, and she said, "I can't eat right now." What's going on? You have to tell me what's going on, honey. She said, "Can you please teach me how to make bread using a bread machine? I can't make it by hand." Absolutely. I will do a video for you guys, okay, using my bread machine so you can see how to make bread using the bread machine. It's very, very simple, all right? Okay, so here's a link that was sent in by a community member. These are 35 winter survival items. She said, my suggestion, body warmers and deer whistle for your vehicle. Thank you. That's really awesome. These links that I mentioned will be in the description box below, okay? So here's an email. She said, camping gear is now available on Facebook Marketplace. She's bought shower tents, toilets, lanterns, and stoves. Beautiful. And here's an email from a community member. She said, good morning. I am curious to know if it is just Oregon or elsewhere. I was at Walmart recently in the last few weeks, and it is their policy now to check ID of everyone, regardless of your age, if you're buying an age-restricted item, over-the-counter meds that require it, tobacco, alcohol, etc. My place where I work just started this policy Monday of this week. We have to ask for your ID and put the birth date in the register, even if you are 100 years old. Really, it's clear that the person is well over the age of 18 to 21, yet we are required to put their age in the register. I had a customer say at Fred Meyer's is doing the same thing. Is this really a policy or another way of powers that be that want to keep track of who's buying what? Policy small as she sounds to me like they found another way to keep track of what we're buying. I think it might be because I ran into this last summer, I think it was, when I went to Walmart because I had to buy spray paint. And you can't buy spray paint unless you are like 18 or 21 or something like that. And they needed to see my ID in order for me to buy it. And they said that the computer will not go through or let me purchase anything else unless I show my ID and they put my birthday in, because the computer will actually stop the transaction altogether. Yeah. So I don't think it's just in Oregon. I think it's everywhere. Yeah. So here's a link from a community member, and these are 7 items that FEMA will seize when SHTF happens. Fantastic. So here's something that was sent in by a community member. More beef shortages due to winter storm. Tyson Food and Cargill said on Tuesday they suspended operations at beef plants in Kansas due to a massive snowstorm reducing U.S. meat production. Blizzard-like conditions have left meatpacking workers stranded on highways on Monday, while others spent the night at the slaughterhouse where they work. The company and state officials said disruptions at plants slashed beef production at a time prices remain high after U.S. ranchers reduced their herds. Nationwide meatpackers slaughtered an estimated 94,000 cattle on Tuesday, down 25% from a week earlier. Cargill, a major producer in ground beef, said it idled a plant in Dodge City, Kansas due to snow, cold, and loss of power. The plant will reopen once power returns and conditions are safe, which could come as early as Wednesday, the company said. Cargill is committed to minimizing any disruption to customers. They confirmed that some employees got stuck on the road outside the plant and said the company hired tow truck drivers to assist them. Jeez. Okay, so here's another link. Intel announces specialized AI chips for cars. Oh, fantastic. And here's another link. Crazy test going on in China. What a disgrace. Yeah, no kidding. Thank you. So here's something that was sent in by a community member, and talk about creepy Crawley. No kidding. 6 former eBay employees have been charged with waging an extensive campaign to terrorize and intimidate the editor and publisher of an online newsletter with threats and disturbing deliveries to their homes, including live spiders, cockroaches, authorities said. What in the God's awful name? These employees set out to ruin the lives of people who ran the website, sending a funeral wreath, a pig face Halloween mask, and other alarming items to their homes. The employees also sent dirty magazines with their husband's name on it to their neighbor's house, plan to break into the couple's garage to install GPS devices on their cars. What? Why? Oh, and this is all because they published content that the company executives didn't like. Oh, well, gee whiz. So let's try and ruin someone's life? Are you serious? All right, so how about we ban eBay now? Who the hell shops on eBay anymore anyway? What the heck? You need Jesus, okay? That's what you need for the people who did this terrorizing. No kidding. And apparently, eBay has to pay $3 million to the victims of the people who this happened to. 3 million? No, you better up that a little bit. Okay, so this one's going to make you laugh. This was sent in by a community member. A man crashed his car outside of Bass Pro Shop in Alabama, stripped down to his birthday suit, and plunged into a giant aquarium that's inside the store. Who did it? I know it was one of you. Get the hell out of here. Cannonball! Oh my God. Okay, so here's a link. Good Lord, for a video, and it's Miami. This may be the beginning of their UFO plan. She said, watch this. Hundreds of people saw these things, or these beings or whatever. Beings? Girl, I don't want to see any beings other than human beings. Don't scare me today, okay? I pee easily when I get scared. Kidding. No, I'm not. So there's another video to show it too. Oh, Miami. Ay, ay, ay. So this community member, she sent in this, and it's for spiritual warfare. And it says, finally be strong in the Lord and his mighty power, but put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. This text teaches some crucial truths. We can only stand strong in the Lord's power. It is God's armor that protects us, and our battle is ultimately against spiritual forces of the evil world. So true. So here's a link that we sent in. Epidemic of missing people in 10 states. I'm not missing. So here's a link for a video. And she said, thought you could use a little chuckle today. This is a comedian that I follow on YouTube. I'm thinking whomever was the employee at this store meant to write the word humane. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and above all, stay prayerful. Thank you for all the wisdom that you share. Well, thank you, sweetheart. Oh, geez. I love comedians. Absolutely. So here's a video for Patriot Nurse. Bombshell whistleblower exposes Texas hospital horrors. Oh, God. So get ready for some inspiration. This community member wrote in. She said, great ideas for community members for dry canning with a brake bleeder or mason jar electric battery sealer. I had got these cereals for Dollar General for like 75 cents a box and preserved them in half-gallon ball jars. God bless. Always pray for Israel. Always. I went to Big Lots, and I always look at their, their clearance section. I got the big family size boxes of cereal. It's Oreos. The kids like it, for $1 a box. And then I got big bags of marshmallows on clearance for 75 cents a bag. So I said, even if the kids don't eat all of the cereal, I'll do Rice Krispie treats using the marshmallows and the Oreo cereal. Yeah. So here, look at these really awesome pictures that she sent in. So here's an email from a community member, and she said, I just watched this video because I've been intrigued about dry canning potatoes too. I think she has explained, okay, talking about my other friend, my other community member, the reason behind why potatoes should not be dry canned. Not saying that you can't, but maybe either increasing the cooking time or not storing for too long. But this was pretty enlightening. Okay, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. And here are some pictures that were sent in by a community member. She said, look what I found today. Ground beef, 10-pound rolls, fresh, not frozen, $1.79 a pound. Guess what I'm going to be canning? More meat. This is awesome. Wow, you got great deals. No kidding. Look at this. And before I go, so a community member, she wrote into me and she was asking me about, what to stock up on, how to pressure can enough food for a year, and what also to stock up on for her pet. Mainly stuff for the dog because he gets home cooked food due to the fact that he has pancreatitis and she doesn't buy kibble for him. So she said, how can I prep for him as well? So I did a little bit of digging, okay? So I'm going to give you a list on what you can feed him and what you cannot feed him, okay? So I want you to write this down, okay? What you can feed him is pumpkin, egg whites, no yolk, okay? Carrots, green beans, sweet potatoes, cooked or canned veg, boiled chicken, low-fat red meat, cooked, plain yogurt, barley, apples, bananas, strawberries, blueberries, broccoli, cucumber, and occasional watermelon for a treat, and fish. What to avoid? Peanut butter, high-fat red meat, organ meat, potatoes, rice, sugary foods, table scraps, dairy, raw vegetables, raw diet, and pasta. So I hope this helps you out with getting food for your dog to stockpile, okay? And make sure that everything is cooked for him because he can't have anything that's raw, all right? Make sure it's at least blanched when it comes to the veg, and when it comes to meat, it has to be completely cooked, okay? No white foods like white potatoes, no breads, no white rice. I know that they say that, yes, that he can have white rice in moderation, but I would honestly, that could cause inflammation from what I understand. So I would stay away from it just altogether. I really would. Pumpkin, I feed my guys pumpkin every single day and they absolutely love it. Okay. So, add some pumpkin with his meals. He will love it. He really truly will. Fish, obviously, fish is good for everybody and everyone. Blueberries, even in the higher end of dog food or even cat food, there will be blueberries in the ingredients. So will broccoli, green beans, and stuff like that. So I'm not, now like when I said no rice, I did not look up to see if brown rice was okay, but I would stay away from grains. So I hope this list helped you out, okay? All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.